Good morning and a happy Wednesday, you beautiful people. Um, as I fall up in here quickly before this work meeting, like I said, the goal for this month was to just get on live every day, talk about a little something. Usually that something is books. Usually that something is books. But outside of that, it's also to get on here to help people to give a little bit of advice, mentorship, coaching if needed. But as we sit here on this Wednesday, usually it's the hardest or most difficult time of the week. You're a couple days into the week and you're a couple days away from the weekend. But the most important thing is to focus on it day by day. Don't look too far ahead, don't look too far behind. But what I really want to come here and talk about on Wellness Wednesday, which is what I'm going to start calling these things. Everybody knows it's Men's Mental Health Month. And I saw some astonishing numbers that talked about the suicide rate globally up to this point in the year. And I did a little bit of research, not too much, just a little bit. And that usually globally there are 70,000. No, let me stop. I'm lying. 700,000 on average, 700,000 suicides a year. And we know that men lead those numbers by, I think, roughly three or four times more than women as far as suicide rates go. And I think the age range is 45 to 64, something like that. Don't quote me all the way on that last part as far as the age range, but the most important part of the most important thing to know is that for some reason, men feel like they take their life at a higher rate than women do. So when it comes to suicide, suicide overall is a very sad thing. Um, it's a epidemic that we're facing, and I think social media and a lot of what we're going through in the world today contributes to that. But I also think it's people not having community and the community to be able to go and talk to people, to have people check on them, to build things with and around. And so, with knowing that, I'm going to make this space somewhere you can come on a Wednesday night. And I call it Wellness Wednesday because doesn't mean we have to come in here and talk about everything, talk about our feelings and whatnot. One big thing that I do is I do a lot of decompressing. And that deals with in a way for me I got taught by my mentor was coloring. So when we would connect and we would sit on our calls and catch up or just sit there for sessions, he bought me, I don't remember what book he bought me, but he bought me a book and sent me some coloring. Why do I always say that? He sent me some color pencils, and we pretty much hop on, Zoom or FaceTime or something like that. And we sit there and we talk for an hour and a half, but it's not anything that's set in stone. It's just us doing a little bit of coloring and then asking some questions here and there, catching up. So it was very non formal. And I'll show you what I drew the other day when I did this last week. So I got this book, this coloring book. It's called People of Walmart. Sorry, let me turn my phone ringer off. People of Walmart. And there's some crazy pictures in here, but don't judge me. Um, I just took some time to color a little bit. And it doesn't matter what kind of color pencils you pick up. Sometimes don't, black people, we like to match stuff. And, what I mean, we can't just be putting a yellow shirt on some, pink. Well, that kind of matches. But you get my drift. We just can't put anything on top of anything. We kind of got to have some uniformity. But here, just drawing a little bit. And I don't necessarily draw everything that's in the picture. I'm definitely not drawing everything around here because it gets super small in everything it does. But just taking the time, like I'd ask you, like, when's the last time you colored? Most of y'all would say high school, maybe middle school. Those of you who have kids, you might have colored more recently. But outside of that, like, when's the last time you just did something where you could turn your brain off? And I'm not talking about sitting in front of the TV. I'm not talking about being on Netflix. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about really just being able to unplug and mindlessly do something and not worry about the outcome of it. This is what I drew last week as well. Um, yeah, Daisy Dukes, little yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but I guess these are people that they've seen in Walmart at some point in time. But back to Wellness Wednesday. just come by, bring a book. It'll be here on IG, it'll be on Twitch, it'll be on YouTube Live. Bring what you want to bring. I say BYOB, and sometimes I mean bring your own book, and sometimes I mean bring your own bottle. So whatever you do, you can delve into and you can enjoy that. But it's a space where you can come and just listen, where you can come and just enjoy it. Um, and that's what we want these spaces to be. So once again, I talked about Wellness Wednesday, and I want people to stop in here. And this is my coloring book, or a coloring book I use. And sorry, I had just launched my IG live. It wasn't even launched. Um, but I just sit down and I draw. Damn, page hit me. I just sit down and I draw a little bit. I color. And anybody that knows me, I was born with a lot of athletic ability, but not the greatest dancer, not the greatest singer, not the greatest rapper, not the greatest artist. And so coloring, I can stay inside the lines. But shout out to my boy Bag, who tells you to color outside the lines when it comes to what you're capable of doing and your vision and how you approach the world. But for Wellness Wednesday that we do, we're going to try to stay inside the lines because we want to create some very, very good pictures. And so, like I said, BYOB, bring a book, bring a bottle, bring some extracurriculars if you would like. I don't know. You're in the comfort of your house. I cannot tell you what to do, but just come chill and talk for 40, 30 minutes to an hour. Check in, check in on how you feel. This is something else I drew. I drew these like a couple years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and just haven't come back to it. But I have a lot of space in this coloring book right now. And like I said, sometimes you just pick up colors and keep going. I find myself sometimes where I'm coloring and I'm turning the book, coloring this way, then I'm turning it this way, then I'm turning it this way, then I'm going this way, and I'm leaning over here and I'm leaning over there and I'm upside down. But that's the good thing about it, man. It's really mindless. I usually sometimes record myself and put on the what is it, the time lapse. I just record myself and see myself in all these different positions, these different looks on my face. I go from relaxed to, really into it. And if you don't know good ways to decompress or good ways for you to decompress, we're all different. I love to put on some music. I have a lot of vinyl records, a record player, put those on. And my favorite thing to do to decompress is mostly do nothing. There's times I'm just sitting in the house and listening to the house and what's outside and paying attention to nature and what's going on in my world and how I feel. And other times I am calling to check in on people, old teammates that I haven't talked to in a while, people that I haven't seen, family members are what I'm doing now to connect with more people, just because I've lost touch with a lot of my family just over the years. So calling a cousin or an aunt that lives in South Carolina or Indiana or Kansas. I know that's really random places that I have family from, but it is. So on this Wellness Wednesday, I think what's important, even more important than taking care of yourself, is checking on other people. And I try to tell people, don't just sit here and send a text message because we get a lot of those a day. But there's research and there's evidence behind picking up the phone and calling somebody and letting them hear your voice and really like checking on them, because when you say, hey man, what's going on, how are you, they can also tell you, and you can also get a sense that they're all right or that they aren't all right. If you ask somebody, hey man, how you doing, uh man, I'm good. You got to read between the lines a little bit on that one. But when I talk about these things, we got to be more emotionally intelligent on what's going on with people around us. And so Wellness Wednesday is for you, but I also want people to know, like I said, the suicide rates are very high in this current day. I think we're on pace to pass that average of 700,000 suicides globally, or what we average globally. And like I said, there's a lot of factors that contribute to that, but a lot of that is for us to have community and for us to connect and for us to be honest with people. Be honest with people that you trust. Be honest with people that you respect. Be honest with people that are really, really close to you that could really, really lend you a hand or really, really want to see you do well in life and also be well. And I think that's very important. So I got 10 minutes. I'm over here chilling. But I hope everybody's good. Cam, what's happening? I hope you're good, man. I know you've been traveling in Florida and over here living like a kingpin. But I hope you're well, bro. Been praying for the business, been praying for the opportunity that those will come and arise for you. So just know I'm praying for you, brother. You got everything you need. You got everything it takes to be successful. Just keep powering forward and let me know what you need from me. I really enjoyed sitting down with you. For those of us that are on here, man, go check out my interview and sit down on Quality Time on YouTube with Cam Goodson. It was a really good interview. He's a great trainer, working with some NFL guys, working with some younger athletes, student athletes, and he really knows what he's doing. But outside of that, honestly, I came on here to tell everybody to have a great Wednesday. I come on here to answer questions every now and then. Gonna do it more consistently. Check. I'm trying to do better with words. Cross out that more. I'm trying to do it consistently. And what I will say is I'm gonna get you guys some consistent times too. It's tough because I travel. My work schedule is kind of all around with clients that I have, with outreach work that I'm doing, but it's definitely something that is at the top of my list to connect with more people and to get to know you and for you guys to get to know me. I'm a pretty private person. So doing these lives for me is causing me to open up a little bit. And not to say I need to open up, like the people that know me know I'm crazy. But you just don't know I'm crazy. And I would like to keep it that way for the most part. But from from the overall look at things, I want people to know that we're more alike than we are different. And so as we continue to connect, as we continue to learn more about each other, as we continue to create spaces that we can inhibit and talk and discuss, debate, I guess you could say, as well, want to have more places like that so people don't feel lost. It's easy to just be in the house all day, to not leave. You can get your groceries delivered. You can get your fast food delivered. You can hit Amazon, or you can get any little thing you need around the house that needs fixing. But we need that human connection. We need that human interaction. And so there are a lot of people out here that are moving through this world and aren't being seen. And I absolutely love when I see somebody. And I mean that by me seeing someone that's wearing a jacket that I like or some shoes that I like, giving them a compliment while just walking in the store, whatever it might be. Those are some very, very big points along the line of where you can allow someone to be seen. Someone who's just sleepwalking through life, going to work, going home, doing that, no gym. There's a lot of things that we can do just in our day-to-day interactions. And I have one of the best, it's hard for me to really describe it, but I always have people talking to me. And I don't say that to boast or to brag, but like people tell me their life story or people tell me what's going on in their life. And I just met them 22 seconds ago. But I think that's what God has put me here for. God's put me here to continue to pour into people, to continue to see people, and to connect with them, whether that's for 5 or 10 minutes, or whether that's from exchanging information and talking and being kind of around each other down the road. So just continue, man, as you guys go about your day to day and as you go about your day to day deeds and tasks. Whether you're at the gym, if you don't know people at your gym, man, say what's up to the person that you always see, but you don't know them names. You know, say what's up to the people that you don't know their names or you see them and y'all always give you black people. We give each other a little head nod or a little, we go up or we go down, but probably I think the younger crowd goes up and the older crowd we go down. And I'm at that older crowd now, which I didn't think I'd ever get to. Um, but really, if you don't know any people, if you don't know any of the names of people in your gym, next time you walking past that dude or that woman, just say, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, we see each other all the time. I like how you're in here the same time every day. You the one that motivates me to come. And I just, what is your name? Okay, cool. Nice to meet you, Sarah. I'm Drew. All right, cool. I'll catch you next time. Have a good one." That's all it takes. Keep building that gym family. Keep whether you're at Pilates, yoga, the gym, whether you're out running and you see the same person running every time. I know you runners are serious about your running. So I know you're not going to stop and say something because y'all got times to keep and crush PRs. But really, like, really be intentional about how you move in this world. Don't just move like you're the only one in it. See some people, acknowledge some people, build some relationships because you never know what's going on in that person's life. And I'm I'm guilty of it too. And sorry, you probably gonna hear the leaf blower outside. And I'm guilty of it too, where there's sometimes I just don't feel like talking. I just want to go from the house to the gym, back to the house. Like that's all I want to do. But it's those small moments in life. It's those small moments that can pick us up and give us strength to push on for another day, another week, another month. And I think that's what we need to build more towards as people. And so, thank you for coming to my TED Talk today. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Those of you that I know, those of you that I don't know, I'll look forward to talking to you and seeing you. So, a couple things. There's going to be a book club, Uncle Drew's Book Club on Bookem. Costs $10 to join. You spend that at Starbucks on that shitty coffee. Excuse my language. $10 to get in a book club to read some pretty good books and connect for some happy hours and grow that community if you read books or if you're talking about reading more books. There's a lot of you at the beginning of the year that said you were going to read books, and we are in June. And I don't think many books have been read, but I'm not going to say any names or point any elbows. You know who you are. If you want to read more, get into that book club. Um, JB, what's up, Jordan? Outside of that, book club in Bookham called Uncle Drew's Book Club. Download the app. It's black owned. Do it. Um, Patreon, we're going to put a lot of stuff out through Patreon. It's a paid community. If you need coaching or you want coaching, that is a good place to go because um, I'm sending out some stuff that's going to be affordable for people that for the younger guys who might have just graduated college or going through college or you're just into the job world. So you'll be able to get some group coaching as well as some one-on-one coaching. So that is a fantastic place to go as well. And then we also got something good coming really, really soon. I'll be able to announce it soon. Hopefully everybody supports and shows me some love once I do it because it's been a big, big step for me. But outside of those three things, if you want to get at me, holler at me on IG, go to my website, drewjaydavis.com or www.coached, I messed that up, COACHED by Drew.com. Either one of those will take you to the same website. And outside of that, there's some people in here that I need to connect with soon. I'll give you a call like Jordan. I'll holler at you soon. But come back this evening, even if you're just stopping in for Wellness Wednesday on IG Live, on YouTube Live, on Twitch, and bring a coloring book, bring some colored pencils, bring some tea, bring some coffee, bring some libations, bring a bottle, bring a book, whatever you want to do. We'll kick it for 30 minutes to an hour, talk a little bit. But Wellness Wednesdays, Men's Mental Health Month is this month. And I hope everybody continues to reach out to those around you, continue to love on them, continue to pour into them, and continue to be good people. So outside of that, stay healthy. I'll talk to you soon.